This conference will now be recorded.
So let's see. So today we are going to talk about analysis phase. In initial phase, what we discussed is interaction with the client and gathers the requirements. And they prepares one outcome document called FRS. This is what yesterday's class. Saeed, you don't worry, I will repeat this topic in backup class. This point. Okay. So FRS is the Word documentation format, my dear team. What client wants will be described in this document. It's a functional requirement specification. It looks like this. FRS document. Client needs. What client wants will be described in this document called FRS. Okay. This images I made it wantedly, but in general, in real time, you will get this type of theoretical documentation. FRS. This type of document, you will get it. Okay. Now, let's see. Second phase. Today's topic is second phase. Here, second phase is analysis. SDLC, software development life cycle, will be processed in 6 different phases. Initial, analysis, design, coding, testing, delivery, and maintenance. In 6 different phases, working flow is going on. In initial phase, interaction with the client and gathers the requirements. So in each and every phase, what task is going on, which role will do, what process they are doing, what output they are getting, which means what work is going on in these 6 phases, by which person, work is going on by which person, and what way they are using, what result they are getting. This I use it technically. Different tasks will be going on these phases by different role in such a process. Something output you will get it. So let's see. If I want to prepare a tea, example, I required something in my hand, which is called input, like tea bag, milk, water, sugar. Then only I can get something output called tea. In the same way, here also, from analysis phase onwards, to start implementing the work, from analysis phase to start implementing the work, I required something in my hand, that is called input FRS. So first phase is what? Task is interaction with the client and gathers the requirements, which is done by business analyst and engagement manager. So they're going to use some templates and prototypes, interact with the client and gathers the requirements and prepare one outcome document called FRS. This is in short. Okay. So in short, what is Preeti, my request to make it mute. Yeah. In initial phase or requirement phase, business analyst and engagement manager will go to the client location with the help of templates and prototypes, interact with the client and gathers the requirements and prepares the outcome document called FRS, which is called functional requirement specification. So what client wants will be clearly described in this document, which is called FRS. By using this FRS document, next level of work called analysis phase is started. In this, task is FRS. Okay, sorry, input is FRS. FRS contains what client needs. So it's a functional requirement specification. Here, FRS is the functional requirement specification. This document will act as an input document for in analysis phase. In this task is feasibility study, tentative planning, technology selection, requirement analysis, and role is project manager. Role is project manager. Okay. Now, how the process going on? How the process going on? Let's see. First, feasibility study. Name itself saying study. Study means reading. So it's a detailed study of the requirement document. Here, it's a detailed study of the requirement document. Requirement document or FRS both are same. Here I said requirement document. So it's a detailed study of the requirement document, which is called FRS. in order to check that information is sufficient or not. Sufficient or not to develop the project successfully in future. And this process is called feasibility study, which is done by project manager. Which is done by project manager. It's a detailed study of the requirement document. Okay, in order to check this information is sufficient or not to develop the project successfully. Example, if what happened if project manager not reading the document. This is the banking project document. In this checkbook information is missing. And this project is not reviewed by project manager properly and it is approved. Once this document got approved, next level, developer start developing the project. In next, when developer start developing the project, in the middle of the project work, developer got some doubt. Again, work is stopped over there. Why? Because checkbook information is missing means they come back to the project manager. Again, discussion will be started. Time waste will be going on. In order to avoid those situations, first, project manager must read this document in detail in order to check this information is sufficient or not to develop the project successfully in future. And this process of reading the FRS document is called feasibility study. Is that clear, all of you? Project manager is going to read this FRS. Is it clearly all the information is maintained or not to develop the project in future? Project manager is not a simple person. He's a domain expert. He's having a huge knowledge on particular domains. That project manager is going to read this document. It's called feasibility study. If anyone having a doubt in this point to understand, please let me know. Okay? All clear? All of you clear?
Yes, Vidya.
Very good. Now, tentative planning. Here. So what is tentative planning means? This is the FRS document which is gathered by business analyst and engagement manager to create the project, to develop the project. They interacted with the client. Once the official agreement is done, one of our resource will go to the client location, interact with the client and gathers the requirements to create the software. Now, to create that software, how much time it may takes? This is the requirement. Okay, with the help of this requirement, developers start developing the project. So, to implement or create the project, how much time it may takes will be analyzed temporarily. Timelines will be analyzed temporarily. That process is called tentative planning. So what is tentative planning means? To develop the project successfully, how much time it may take will be analyzed in this section. By whom? By project manager. That too just temporarily. It may increases or decreases timelines. It's nothing but a timelines. Here reading the FRS document, here deciding the timelines. Okay, that too temporarily. Here note example, reading the FRS. Here one more note, timeline. Timelines means what? some deadlines they are deciding, that too temporarily. It may increases or decreases. It may increases or decreases. So timeline. Next, technology selection. Here, first let's see. List of all technologies. Technology selection means list of all technologies which are required to develop the project successfully will be analyzed. I'll give one example also. Let's see. Will be analyzed by project manager. See, example, this is one project called employee information system. One school principal, one live application I'm showing you. One principal, he wants to maintain their staff, their teachers' details into their system. So he's asking this type of software. He's going to maintain all the staff details like staff member, one teacher name, first name, last name, gender, date of birth, father and mother, example only, names, address, city, state. Some personal details will be maintained. That student, teacher personal details are maintained here. Their staff details. To create this type of software, how much time it will take? Timelines. Okay. First, for this document, requirements got gathered in initial phase. In analysis phase, to create this type of software, here, how much timelines it may going to use it. And to create this software, how many technologies we need to use. Example, here, developer. Developer is going to use .NET. Management decided to implement the project in .NET technology. .NET. So only .NET is not sufficient here. Only .NET is not sufficient. So database people will use SQL queries, example SQL queries. Next, designers. Designer will use UML diagrams, unified modeling language. Testers are going to use manual testing, QTP tool and QC. So list of all technologies. Again, developer will use extensible markup language, some HTML code. So list of all technologies which are used to develop the project successfully will be analyzed by project manager. So list of all technologies, these are all technologies which are required to develop the project successfully will be assumed here. Your phase name is what? Analysis. To create this type of software, these many people need to involve to by using these many technologies they're going to create. Clear, my dear team? If anyone having a doubt, please ask me. So first point is what? He's going to read the document in detail. Second point, he's going to decide the timelines. Third point, list of all technologies which are required to develop the project successfully will be analyzed by project manager, which is called technology selection. Okay. Any confusions? Please let me know. Phase one, initial phase, we went to client location, interact with client and gathers the requirements. That requirements, again, project manager is going to analyze in detail. Is it sufficient or not? What time, how much time it may takes? What technologies we need to use? How many resources we need to use? Next one, resource planning. Sorry, requirement analysis. Requirement analysis means what kind of software here? What kind of software and hardware need to be used, and How much manpower? Resource means manpower. Here we need to use, etc. Things will be analyzed by project manager. Then finally, once they analyze it, project manager will prepare one outcome document. So project manager, what he's going to do in analysis phase means he's going to read the document, timelines will be decided, technology will be selected, resources, budget will be decided here. And finally, cost, what etc. things means timelines, budget will be analyzed. And finally, they prepare one output document which is called software or system requirement specification. Specification means document. In short, SRS. Software or system requirement specification. So what it contains means it contains like timelines, budget, manpower, technology related information. So example here. Frequently asked question is what is FRS? This is compulsorily interviewer gonna ask you. Now, what is SRS means? One more FAQ example. What is SRS? So your answer should be it's a function, software or a system requirement specification. It contains what? Timelines, cost, technology related information. Okay. Timelines, cost, technology related information. Example, let's see. This is SRS doc. Okay. Here, sample SRS document. No one will ask the question on this point. FRS you will get it, but not in SRS. So SRS document contains like completeness, correctness of the information, timelines related information, technology related, budget related information you can see. So file is connecting. Here. This is one document I created in Excel, but in general, in real time, you can see the Word format. As a tester, we are not getting this document. As a tester, FRS, we will get it. FRS document, we will get, not SRS document. Clear, my dear team? Two phases concept is clear. The topic which we started is SDLC, Software Development Life Cycle, which contains 6 different phases. In that, 2 phases work is done. Phase 1, business analyst and engagement manager will interact with the client and gathers the requirements and prepares the FRS document. In analysis phase, this FRS document will be reviewed by project manager and temporary timeline will be selected, requirements, like technology related information and software hardware related information will be analyzed here. Then design phase. 2 phases. If anyone having a doubt, please ask me. Your work not yet started. As a tester, your work starts from here. Here. Still now our work is not yet started. Now design phase. If anyone having a doubts or a questions, please unmute and talk to me. No doubt?
All good, Vidya.
Okay, very good. So next. So before going to the design phase, let's have an example first. In our class, one of our friend, Manju. Okay. So Manju placed one proposal in the market. Like Manju wants duplex building. She placed one proposal. Now with that proposal, several people will reach to Manju. So example, yeah. So Manju placed one proposal in the market stating that she wants one building. So several people will reach to Manju, including me. Like everyone is saying, one constructing manufacturing people will reach to Manju, not any IT people or not any like what we are calling medical people. So manufacturing people will reach to Manju. Okay, now including me also. I used to construct the building. Example, one person is saying they're ready to develop the building with so and so cost, with so and so budget, cost with timelines. One more person is also sending their estimations. I am also sending some estimations. Now Manju analyzed and selected me to construct the building. So one fine day, official agreement is done between Manju and me. One official agreement is done. So once the official agreement is done, here what happened? Let's see. Once the official agreement is done, one fine day, we need to start constructing the building. Okay. Now, one of my resource will go to Manju's location, interact with Manju, and gathers the requirement. Gathers the requirement. Now, Manju is saying she wants a duplex building and one swimming pool should be there and one lawn should be there. Example, and a building color should be cream. Okay, so she has given some requirements. Double bedroom, the duplex building, swimming pool, 1000 square yards land. She has given 1000 square yards land. Example. 1000 square yards land. And in that, she's requirement is a swimming pool, a lawn. Sorry. Some lawn should be there. Means garden. And color, building color should be cream. Okay. She has given 1000 square yards land. So in that building color should be cream, swimming pool, lawn, something. Now, this is called gathering the requirements, this process. So gathering the requirements. Initial phase gathers the requirements. Done. Now, analysis phase. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. 1000 square yards land. Okay. So this is analysis phase, requirement gathered. Initial phase. Now analysis phase. Analysis phase. So in analysis phase, these are all called requirement gathering. Requirement gathering is done. Requirement gathering is done. Now next, analysis phase. Is this requirements are sufficient or not? Okay. So reading the requirements. Then to construct this building, timelines, and cost, and what we call raw materials, raw things we required, whatever, like iron, bricks, water, cement, whatever the things are required, raw things. So this is called, after analyzing, they prepare one SRS document here. After requirement gathering, here SRS documentation, here requirement gathering is completed. That requirement gathering analyzed here. Requirements got analyzed. Analyzed. Next. Design phase. So what happened in design phase means, she has given 1000 square yards land, right? Now in designing phase, this is 1000 square yards land example. This is 1000 square yards land. Now here this land is divided into 3 main stages. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So this land is divided into 3 stages. Okay, 3 main parts. 3 main parts. Again, this part further divided into 2 sub parts. Oh. Example. This part divided into 2 sub parts. Here also 2 sub parts. Here 3 sub parts. Example. Okay, so this is land. This is land, complete land. That's 1000 square yards land got divided into 3 main parts. This is one main part. So this is also one main part. In this main part, 2 sub parts are there. This is sub part. These 2 are sub parts. Okay. This is main part and this is sub part. Same way, here also 2 sub parts are there. Here also 2 sub parts. So complete land got divided into main parts and subparts. Okay, for what purpose? Here, next level people see this 1,000 square yards land in designing phase. Architect people will create this one, and they will say here you have to construct first bedroom. Okay, this is this area for cookery room. Okay, here cookery room. This area for second bedroom. This area for hall. This area for swimming pool. This area for lawn. This area for steps to enter into the building. So complete land is divided into parts and subparts. Where? In design phase. In design phase. 2 minutes, please. Sorry, I'm back. Okay. So in the same way, now coming to the technical way, in designing phase, what happened means chief architect and technical lead by using some unified modeling language. This architecture, these are all nothing but some architecture created by chief architect and technical lead by using some unified modeling language. They will divide the complete project into modules and submodules. Here main part, subpart I said, na? This is main module and this is submodule. Means Gmail is your project. This Gmail, this is one main module, this is one main module, and this module further divided into two submodules. If Gmail is one project, it is divided into main modules and submodules. How come it is designed? Because of the architecture only. Because of the architecture here. That architecture people will create. Then coding phase, actual construction. Developer will construct the first building here, sorry, first bedroom, cookery room, second bedroom, hall, swimming pool, lawns, steps to enter into the building. Like entire land is divided into modules and submodules. In the same way, complete project document will be divided into modules, this main modules and submodules. Who's gonna do means architect. Where they will do means in designing phase. Design phase. So task. So before task they require something. So they are using FRS and SRS. So FRS contains client needs. SRS contains like technology related, budget related, timelines related information. With the help of these two documents, it's a document, my dear team. Specification means document only. It's a software requirement specification or a document. Okay, or it's a document. Now with the help of these two documents, task, your tips will be added here. So what task is going on, which role, what process, what output. Let's see. Task is high level designing. And low level designing. In short, LLD. This is HLD. Role, who will do? Especially in my company, one of the resource called chief architect and another resource called technical lead. Role is chief architect and technical lead. Okay. Now task, role, process. how the process is going on. Let's see. Chief architect, see, they're using UML, stands for Unified Modeling Language. Unified Modeling Language. So, chief architect, by using Unified Modeling Language, they will divide the project document into main modules, and this process is called high level designing, HLD. Means here, see, this is one main module, this is one main module, this is. So this entire process is called high level designing. Okay, this entire process. And these green boxes are there, that is called low level designing. So here, okay, maybe it's not coming here. Okay, got my point. This is high level designing. Okay, now let's see, that pen is not working here. Okay, and low level designing means this. So technical lead also, and technical lead, by using same unified modeling language, they will divide the main modules into submodules, and this process is called low level designing. Low level means this is high level designing. This is high level designing. Okay, and this is low level designing. Means modules into submodules. This is low level. Low level design. Who will do means architect people will do this one. And finally, they prepares one output document which is called technical design document. In
Vidya,
short, TDD. Yes.
Vidya.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so will there be any questions on this in the interview?
No, no. You won't get any questions, but you definitely they're going to ask you SDLC flow. At least if I explain 10 points, at least 5 points you will remember. That's the reason in
Okay.
detail I'm telling you. Okay.
Okay.
If I say 10 points, at least you can explain these paragraphs, right? Okay. But
Okay.
this is very important. Your work testing phase. These are all just names. If you remember, that's enough. As I told you now, in designing phase, architect people will design the project architecture. This word is enough. But in detail, when I'm explaining, at least few points you will remember to explain interviewer. They feel impressed with your answer. They will impress because this unified modeling language, these document names, high level, low level, purely technical people will use, not testers. Got it? Any confusion on this area? If anyone having a confusions, please let me know.
No.
Okay. Now after that, what happened? So this technical design document contains some flow charts like this, where this type of flow charts, some using unified use cases architect people will do. So that unified modeling language contains what? Some use cases like this, entity relational diagrams, some flow charts. You don't need to remember all, just idea purpose I'm explaining you. Finally, this doc in designing phase, architect people will create the project architecture. Okay, this technical design document contains what? Project architecture. Note here, this document contain project architecture. Okay team, architecture is ready now. Now with the help of this architecture, what happened here? This is one project architecture example. Example is this. High level and low level designing is done, and project architecture is done, created. What happened next? Tell me. Yes, please.
They're going to be testing.
Coding.
Architecture by
It goes to the
coding.
developer then.
Yeah, developer, it is a coding phase, means construction process.
Mm-hmm.
Here, based on this, actual building is created. Okay, based on this actual building. So let's see now. In the same way, here, TDD document contains project architecture. Now your friend's work is started. Who is our friend? Developer. Why I am saying he is our friend? Because all the time there will be a cold war between tester and developer. So developer mindset is how to make the software, and tester mindset is how to break the software. So ultimate goal of the tester and developer is to provide the quality project. Okay, let's see. Here, coding phase. So task, something should be there first, input. See, our developer is using FRS, SRS, technical design document. FRS contains client needs. SRS contains what? Here, document. This document contains timelines, technology, budget. SRS, client needs. And TDD, project architecture. With the help of these documents, here task is developing the software by writing what? Code or a program. Role, developer. Process. So before going to the process, let's have one, I'm going to ask one question here. See, my team, here, opening one browser called windeep.com, one finance related. I opened Chrome browser. In that, I entered one URL, windeep.com. Fixed deposit, FD means fixed deposit calculate. So for 1 lakh, 12 months, interest rate, annually, I want annual information. I clicked maturity amount button. Maturity amount button here. Some calculation is done. Some calculation. So this is one calculate. This is one calculator. Okay. Now, all of you observe here. Okay. So one more calculator I'm opening here. This is one calculator. I entered 5 and 2, hit the add button. Some calculation part is done. Now you tell me, what is the difference between these two calculators? What is the difference?
The one which you are calculating is inbuilt. So the WinDeep is the inbuilt calculation.
Inbuilt? No, my dear. Inbuilt means by default it is available, but not. It's not by default. Someone asked, we create.
With the website,
Mhm.
with
The
the
wind
website.
one is much more complex.
Okay. That one WinDeep is much more complex. Okay. Good. Next.
So
One
WinDeep
is
has more functions, and the calculator has like
Yeah,
less.
one calculator has a simple calculation and other one is calculated like a interest and everything.
Okay. Good. Next. First, one student trying to say something. May I know who is that student? Inbuilt something you said, na? May I know who is that student?
I'm Lakshmi.
Lakshmi. Could you please repeat one more time what you're trying to say?
Yeah, actually, the calculation which the finance department have, they have their own set of calculating the percentages, right? So when they have their own website, they will build their own calculation, like the rate of interest and period and amount. And so
Okay.
it's more easy for them to calculate there rather than
Okay.
calculating outside.
Okay. Good. Next. Any other point you're trying to say or same this only?
The same thing.
Okay. So team, whatever all of you said is absolutely correct. Along with this, one more point I'm gonna add. Whatever you guys said clear. It's 100% correct. Here more complex, here basic things, here more features are there, here less features, here particular person asking their own working purpose fixed deposit, particular calculation only they want, it is designed here only for division, multiplication, addition, something basic calculator. Along with this, one more point I'm adding, one is opened via internet connection, one is opened via internet connection, so it's a web based project, both are projects, and one is opened in my system is I double clicked the executable file, it's got opened. So this is desktop Windows based project. For this no need of any internet, for this internet is required. So there are two based projects, one is Windows based and the one is web based. So here project may developed in two based as below. One is Windows based project and the one is web based project, Windows and web. Here Windows based project means .exe file will be installed into the system. So exe file means executable file. Executable file. To access this project, no need of internet. Example, calc.exe file. See, in my system, I double clicked. It's got open. Now web-based project means web link will be provided. Web link will be provided with the help of internet. You can access. Okay. With the help of internet. Example. Okay. One is Windows and the one is web. Anyone having a doubt here to understand? Anyone having a doubt? Okay.
I got a
Now
question.
yes, please, Akin.
Yeah, these window-based projects, the .ex file, are we going to be installing it or?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to be installing it, right?
Not we, networking people will install.
Okay.
If you got assigned to work for Windows based project, they're going to install it into our systems. We are testing.
Okay, we are testing. Okay, so you just want us to know what they do, Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right.
Web based means web link directly given to you. If you hit the link button, automatically it will connect. Web based. Even this file will be installed. You double click, it will get open. They will install all the settings. Just double click, it will get open like this.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Fine. Now you tell me, team. One quick question. One school principal. Okay, one doctor is coming into my office, my company's area, and the doctor is saying he wants one software in such a way throughout the world anyone can book an appointment. Anyone can book an appointment. So which project need to be developed? Tell me.
Web-based project.
Web based, because the doctor is saying throughout the world anyone can book an appointment through call, through software also. So we can implement the web based project. Now one school principal is coming into my area, and that school principal is saying he wants to maintain their staff details into their computer only. He has to maintain, no one should access. So install the
Windows
software
based.
where I can only access, please go for Windows based. So that school principal, the doctor is a client. So based on that client given requirements, based on the use of the software by that clients, management will decide which based project need to be developed. This information in detail in tomorrow's class. You are going to learn in detail. Okay. So new students, please stay in the meeting, and team, with this today class was done. So tomorrow continuation class of SDLC is there.
Okay, Vidya.
So
Okay,
Okay,
Vidya.
thanks, Vidya. Bye.
Thank you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Any questions?
No,
No.
Vidya, it was good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, so how was
Thank you.
today's class? Is it okay to all?
Yep.
Understanding?
Yeah.
Yep, thank you
Yes.
so much.
Yeah.
So do we get the notes on this one tomorrow?
Yeah, you will get the notes and recording file also.
Okay, so I can leave as well, right? Can I leave?
Yes, yes. You can leave, please.
Okay.
Thank you,
Bye,
Vidya.
Vidya.
Bye.
Take
Yeah.
care. Bye, team. So new students, please wait in the meeting. Whoever joined today and yesterday, please wait in the meeting. I think Syed, Lakshmi, Manju, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Or else rejoin the class so that recording will be given to you separately. Backup class recording file. Will you rejoin, please?
Yeah.
Okay, same link, rejoin. Manju Lakshmi Syed. Same link rejoin. Is that clear? Don't forget rejoin the same link right away. I will
Okay.
exit and I will join.
Okay.